Hello and welcome to the Surprisingly Sober podcast. I am Trevor,
And I'm Taran.
and
Trevor lost his notes.
I lost my notes, so we're shooting this one instead of music. So
Yeah. Dude, I swear, people wait to message me until we do the podcast.
yeah,
No one talks to me all fucking day.
Well, that's because you're asleep all day.
That's fair. I don't know. I woke up to like probably 12 messages total
Yeah, so
today.
people do talk to you during the day. You just aren't there to talk back.
Yeah.
So when are you gonna get a real job?
When am I going to get a real job? When we open our food truck.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I actually thought about that a lot today.
Yeah.
Talked with my father about that.
I'm going to talk to Daddy about this.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Daddy about this. The ultimate alpha move.
I was telling you, one of my coworkers
Yeah.
knows someone who revitalizes old food trucks and sells them for pretty good prices. And I still haven't seen him at work since he told me about that. But he said next time he saw me to get the guy's information and stuff from him.
No, yeah. So
Yeah.
food truck idea. Food truck is a very lucrative business.
Yeah.
Because while it's got some pretty big initial startup costs,
Yeah.
I think probably after everything, just say you buy a food truck for $20,000.
Yeah.
And that hopefully comes loaded up with everything.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have permits and fees and initial food and everything like that. You're probably going to be, just say safely 40.
Yeah.
Just safe.
Yeah.
Always overdo your estimates on your expenses and underdo on money coming in.
Yeah.
So I think a food truck is a smart idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, the middle of the road food trucks, their like take home profit is the owner of the food trucks is like 80,000 a year. That's like the middle to lower range is 80.
that's the backside of the bell curve.
Yeah. Like that's like on the downward, which I think my food is better than the 50% margin.
I mean, so that's what I have this problem, and I don't think he'll ever see this, so I don't really care. But not my father, my stepfather. He said something early on to me. He said a few things in my life that's actually, I think, fucked me up pretty good. And I think he meant something different. I don't know. But so first thing he said that relates to the music side, I've told you this. When I was a kid, I loved the Beatles. I still love the Beatles, but I love the Beatles a lot. And he said that my obsession with the Beatles was going to alienate me and leave me with no friends.
And here you are with literally one friend, maybe at a point.
But so, and then another thing was that there's people who go and do things, and then there's average Joes. And that kind of instilled this thing into me that if you want to go and do something, you think you're special, and you shouldn't think you're special. And so your food is really fucking good.
Thanks, man.
And I think we could go and do a food truck and do pretty good for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
But there's that thing in me that's just nagging. Like, what makes us think we're that fucking special?
Yeah, you have imposter syndrome. I don't. I'm like, I am special.
But it's kind of like you have Tony Stark imposter syndrome, what I call it, where you pretty much know you have it, so you therefore then act even more arrogant and special.
But that's not imposter. That's not imposter syndrome, though.
But deep down inside, you feel like you shouldn't be there.
No.
Okay, fine then.
No, like I know I'm an awesome cook, and people should eat my cooking.
Eat your cocking?
Yeah. At a reasonable price.
So yeah, that's the other thing too. So we've actually thought about this a lot, people.
Yeah, we mapped out the costs of the food and everything compared to the expenditures of the truck and the expense of actually
we have
having the food.
A fairly decent business plan. The only downside about it is that it's written in Taran's handwriting, so it's pretty not legible.
It's not legible is what he's trying to say.
I almost said ineligible, but that's not ineligible. Just means you're an ineligible receiver downfield. But I like it. I like our plan. So we can't say the name of it because you fuckers are gonna steal it.
It's a good fucking name for the truck.
It's a little racy, don't you think?
It's not racy. It's
Racy isn't
yeah,
sexual.
yeah. It's a. I mean, it's there's nothing sexual about it. It's how you say it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
You
we
got to
like
do the.
you gotta slide the $5 bill across the table and be
Yeah.
like you didn't hear it like that
Yeah.
though.
Um.
Um.
So I think we got a good plan. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just we've obviously we got to put it all on paper, and then start actually doing it. But I think,
Start seeking out loans from banks.
do we want to do it that way though?
Do you have $40,000?
No,
Then yes. We're gonna have
but
to.
we can slowly piece it together. I feel like, and I think we put our nuts to butts in a year. We could probably piece something together.
Okay,
That's
first off,
the-
I want to be sooner than a fucking year. I don't think you understand
I
how
don't
much I
think-
hate my fucking job.
Yeah, but we also don't want to rush into it where we feel overpressured, and then we're like, we're
I'm overpressured
Understressed.
right now.
yeah, but this is gonna be way more personal.
Yeah.
Where it's like when you're sitting on this couch, you're gonna feel the stress because it's you. It's all you. It's all us. At work, I mean, you and I feel like we disconnect pretty well from work. You not so much because they constantly call you and shit like that, but you're able to disconnect and not feel stressed at
Yeah.
home.
Well, no, like I'm never stressed about work. I'm never really stressed about anything.
Yeah, but this you will be.
I don't know.
I'd hope you would be. I hope you're not just like I'm drowning in debt.
I have this nagging problem in life where everything just always works out for me.
That's not
and-
true.
I mean, like it.
Are you married?
No, but like everything just kind of always turns out okay. Like no matter
You're like
no
a
matter
cat.
no matter what I do, everything just kind of like, oh look, it all fell into place. How convenient for me. So I've never really had to deal with stress of like real detriment in my life.
You're like
So-
a cat that's always falling,
Yeah.
always falling on your feet.
Yeah.
Um,
Always landing on my feet. Falling on my feet makes no sense.
no, landing implies intent to jump. I think most cats are
Yeah.
pushed
Yeah.
off of high places.
No, like I fall, but then like I always land on my feet and I'm just like, cool.
Yeah.
Did it again. 10 for 10, baby.
You mean 9 out of 9,
5 out of 7.
5 out of 7. But I mean that's not a good mentality to have.
It's not, because eventually something will go wrong and I'll be woefully unprepared.
Okay, so no. I don't think that everything's gone right for you. I don't know if I'd look at it like that. I mean, do you feel like so everything has gone right for you implies that you've done nothing? That you've done nothing to fix any situations.
So usually I feel like I didn't do anything to fix anything. I just show up and everything's okay.
But you did something.
When-
Like at work, you show up and there's a problem. Did you fix it or did it fix itself?
I slap my nuts until it fixes itself. No, I usually fix it.
Yeah. So I mean, but I get what you're saying in a sense because I kind of feel the same way. There's been hard times and shit like that.
I guess like probably what it is like whatever I do doesn't feel like I'm putting in extra effort because I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah. So no, that's exactly how I feel. I was talking about with Daddy about this.
Daddy.
I was talking to my dad about this. How because I was talking to him and we haven't talked in a few weeks, and I was kind of telling him everything. I'm looking at getting a new job. And I was telling him, everything I do at work and, this food truck idea and a bunch of other stuff. And I was like, oh, it doesn't really feel like I have a lot going on until I started talking about it. It didn't
Yeah.
feel like I do a lot at work, even though I know I do, and I don't have enough to do, or I don't have enough time to do everything. But until I started saying it out loud to someone else, I was like, oh shit, I have a lot going on. And it feels like I'm never putting in enough work, but then people are always telling me that I'm working so hard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, what?
See, my current problem is I know I'm being brutally overworked and it's fucking annoying.
Yeah, no, see, like I know I'm being brutally I guess I'm not being brutally overworked like you. Yours is way more physically demanding than mine. But I feel like I'm working a lot. I mean, I usually leave the house around 7:30, and I get home around 7
Yeah.
p.m. So I'm gone, 12 hours of the day working. And when I'm at work, if I have 5 minutes of like downtime, I feel like there's so much I could be doing. There's so much I need to do. I feel like I'm not working hard enough,
Yeah.
even though I'm there so fucking much, and I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like shit's getting done, but there's just so much shit to do, and that's the reason why I want to leave my job. Fuck it, I don't give a shit if I talk about that, but yeah.
Yeah.
And uh, it's just I don't know. I guess it isn't like some sort of weird imposter syndrome. It's not some sort of weird imposter syndrome. It just is imposter syndrome. But yeah, I don't think you're pretty. I don't want you to just make it sound like the universe has made everything work out for you. You've worked hard.
I guess. I don't know.
Oh my god, you know what this sounds like, Taran? Imposter syndrome.
Well, no, I mean, like, some things kind of just worked out for me. There was just, like, inexplicably, like, for no fucking reason. It's just like, oh, cool, that problem went away. Like, when me and Valerie broke up, I literally just texted you, and then you moved across the country. Like, cool, housing problem solved.
Yeah, but then that leads me to a problem that I had to fucking solve.
Yeah, so it's not my fucking problem anymore. All I had to do was drive to a fucking airport.
Yeah, so, but like, yeah, like, we'll bring up that situation. So, yeah, you texted me to fucking, so I'm like, yeah, packed up my shit, mailed what I could, threw the rest on my motorcycle, and started
So how'd you
back.
explain that to your dad? Didn't you, like, live, like, near your dad?
I lived with him.
Okay. So you're living with Roy, and one day you just walked in the living room. Oh, I'm moving back to Oregon. You know Taran? I mentioned Taran, right? Yeah, I'm moving in with him.
Pretty much.
And he was just, good for you, son.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know.
Your dad's a lot more supportive than my dad.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
All my dad ever has to say to me is, oh, you should be looking at the jobs at Sea Alaska. Sea Alaska's got some. That's all he ever has to fucking say to me.
Yeah.
And then I could get a job at Sea Alaska. Then he'd be telling me about better jobs in Sea Alaska that I could be getting. And I'm just like, dude.
So, but like, I think about it this way. Like, so on my way back to Oregon to come and move in with you, my engine blew up in my motorcycle. And I was stranded in the middle of nowhere, Iowa. And I literally had to somehow find a place for my bike to be, because I needed to leave. I needed to find a place to put my bike. I mean, let's go from step one. I'm broken down on the side of the road. I need to get a fucking tow truck. So I got a tow truck, found a motel in the nearest little fucking rinky-dink town. I was there for the weekend. Mm-hmm. I needed to find a storage unit for my bike, and then I needed to find some way to get to
The airport.
The airport, which was 50 miles away in Omaha, Nebraska. That was the closest airport. And I somehow did all that.
I'm very proud of you.
And it doesn't feel like a lot.
But it is a lot.
But it was a lot. I got a tow truck. They towed me to Hamburg, Iowa.
Especially when you're in bumfuck nowhere.
Yeah, I was in the middle of a cornfield. Dude, it was a weird experience. And I was able to find someone to... I thought I was going to have to walk 28 miles to the next town to catch a Greyhound bus to Omaha. That was my option, but I was actually able to find someone who was going to Omaha the next day, and they gave me a ride to the airport.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the fuck?
I may be remembering this completely wrong.
Probably.
Wasn't like really racist at the bar you were at? Or
yes.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So
let's talk about that.
So I was in a weird situation because I needed a ride.
Guys, you have to stand. My racism had good intents.
Well, I wasn't racist. I never said anything.
I know.
So I'm in this tiny little town in Iowa. It's a farming town. There's one person of color in this entire town, and she worked at the bar. And so
even worse, it's a woman, because they're sexist as shit too.
So I'm sitting at the bar, and basically this is how I got my ride. I'm sitting at the end of the bar. I've been not trying to be rude or anything like that, but I've been like, trying to like talk to people and, being like, hey, is there, any way of how to get to Omaha or anything like that? And no one can really help me. So also going on is Popcorn Festival. This town is apparently responsible for 48% of the microwavable popcorn in the country because they have a popcorn making facility, and that is like 10 miles outside of town, and that is like the mainstay economy of this town is popcorn specifically. So this weekend was Popcorn Festival. So this town that's normally of 400 people, apparently the population rises to 1,000 during Popcorn Festival because everyone comes back and they have like a huge party and everything for the whole weekend. So the bar is packed. The one bar in town is packed. And I found a seat at the end of the bar, and it's like 10 o'clock. And I'm like, I guess I'm going to have to walk 28 miles to the next town. I can't find anything. So I'm sitting there drinking a fucking shitty Budweiser in a can. And my knight in shining armor walks up to the end of the bar to get some beers for him and his friends outside. And he goes, oh, don't look so down. It can't be that bad. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it can. And I tell him what happened. And he's like, hey, come with me. And I'm like, okay. And so
he's about to show you a good fucking time.
He's like, "Yeah, come outside. We're gonna hang out with my friends. There's a bunch of people outside, and I come out there, and he's like, hey, he talks to his wife who's out there. It's like, hey, is it okay if we take this kid to Omaha? And I'm like, what? And she's like, oh yeah. Apparently they were going to Omaha on Sunday for their anniversary. They're gonna go to Dave and Buster's.
Dude, I love Midwest people, man. They're so fucking weird.
So I'm like, wait, really? And they're like, yeah, no. I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Like, thank you so much. And that's awesome. He's like, yeah, hang out with us. And he bought me a couple more beers, waters, whatever you call them. Budweisers.
All right, I gotta know.
Budwaters.
What was that car ride like?
It's actually really nice. They had so they were a little hungover. Because it was like 9 a.m. on Sunday.
Yeah.
The kids were there too, who I hadn't met yet. But it was fun. We talked.
Who's this?
Oh my god, Pa. So
what kind of music did they play in the car?
Country. And they turned it down and we talked. So it was nice. They let me out. They took me there. But we're talking at the bar the night before, and one of the it's the guy and his wife and then a few of their friends, and we're all outside, on the deck, and the deck's pretty big. We're standing up in a circle talking, leaning up against the rails, and then there's a couple big tables out there. They're packed to the gills, and then there's the waitress, who is the only person of color in this entire town, and one of the guys who's of the friend group, says a couple N-bombs, and they're telling me about how there's this town is so small that they don't have a police force, so the county sheriff is the one who patrols it, and because it's so small and they don't have a lot of people, there's a time between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. where there are no police. And he was telling me about this bank robbery that happened during that time and how far the guys got away. Apparently, the guys were black, and that's why this person, started saying the N-word. And this waitress heard it and ripped him a fucking new one. It was hilarious. But what's even worse though is the guy he said it, realized he said it, looked up, saw her looking at him, and was like, oh, not you. We know you. We like you. And I'm like, I'm just like, the fuck do I do? I'm stranded in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. Just in terms of survival, you can't really,
Yeah, I'm like, I don't fucking do.
Oh, so you just said nothing? Yeah, I needed a fucking car ride pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, I'm stranded in the middle of, when you're in the middle of Mongolia or Kazakhstan or something like that, in one of those places, and they have these weird customs that may not align with your beliefs, you still have to go along with them.
And Midwest racism
Yeah.
is one of their customs.
I mean,
Yeah, no.
yeah,
You can't
I
really.
kick myself that I didn't say anything, but
I wouldn't.
I
Because,
I wouldn't have changed it.
yeah,
Right now I wouldn't
you
change it.
you dead ass have to walk 30 fucking miles if you said something.
Yeah, in the summer in the Midwest
Yeah.
with 3 bags of shit.
Yeah.
Like there was no way I was gonna be able
Dude,
to
you
do
would
that.
have you would have arrived on that plane with a 6-pack.
I would have been fucking awful. I mean, I did the math. It would have taken me like 12 hours to walk.
Yeah.
It was pretty. I was not looking forward to it, and instead it took me an hour car ride. So
Yeah.
and I got to the airport. I got to the airport at like 10, and my flight took off at 5 p.m. So I had some time to think about what I hadn't done. But yeah, like I wouldn't have changed it. It was very interesting to see that dynamic because. I mean, I've been in the Midwest, but I've never experienced the Midwest like that.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Midwest experience.
The Midwest after hours. So what you're saying is this is a sundown town.
What the fuck?
You've never heard Sundown Town?
No.
So that's a term amongst black communities of when the sun goes down, get the fuck out of that town.
Yeah.
Because their hoods are going to come on and the torches are going to be lit.
Sundown Town. I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
That's actually an incredibly interesting
Yeah.
phrase.
Basically, like anywhere that's not a major fucking city, get the fuck out.
Is Canby a sundown town?
I would say no.
I wouldn't say it is. Not,
Yeah.
If it is, it's like the bottom tier.
Yeah.
It's not,
Like
an
no
Alabama
hoods,
town.
no hoods are coming up, but the cops will mistreat you at night. Well, that's every city. Never mind.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So that was an interesting little time in my life. I was 22 at the time, so almost 4 years ago. To be 4 years ago in September.
Which also means we've been living together for 4 years.
Yeah, almost 4 years.
Dude, I have now lived with you longer than I lived with Valerie. I've lived with you almost as long as our relationship.
And less anal.
About 6 counts less.
You counted?
Yeah, we had anal sex 7 times.
Fuck. Oh, I hate you so much. I just want to go on record, Taran and I've never had sex.
Yeah.
4 times.
We have never had sex. Yeah.
Why did you say it like that?
I mean, we jerked each other off.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up.
Dude, I love just being like, why does everyone think I'm gay? I don't know. Maybe it's half the shit I say. Maybe I'll occasionally, like, someone will say, like, oh, like, that's a trap. And I'll just be like, oh, I love traps.
Yeah. You know what's funny though? You know what I found? Like, okay, when we were growing up, like it was that's how you bullied someone, you called them gay.
Yeah.
And I don't think kids nowadays do that, but I feel like still alpha not alpha chads because apparently I use that term incorrectly.
Well, Chad is good. Being a
Okay,
Chad is
so
like you're thinking of like Kyles. Like
no,
Kyles are the ones
Kyles
who punch
are
holes
white
in
trash.
They're
What
the
are
ones who punch holes in drywall.
What like the Brixtons, the like I'm gonna speak to daddy. Those kinds of guys.
I don't think there's a name for them.
Fine, we'll just call them Kyles.
Okay.
Like the Kyles of the world of our generation, I think still call people gay and
Yeah. I
like,
just take ownership of it. Like I know people are gonna call me gay. I know everyone's gonna think I'm gay. So I just make the jokes before they can.
well, being gay is not a joke.
It's pretty funny.
But so I found that like at work, like especially in my industry, which is very racist, very homophobic, very conservative.
Yeah.
I just make those jokes about myself like you do beforehand, and I lean into it, and then when they say it, it's not as funny.
Yeah.
And I can do it in a way that's not as offensive
Yeah.
because I'm saying it about myself.
Yeah. And like you're saying it in a like for me, I say things in a way that are so obviously a joke that if you don't get it's a joke, then I gotta make fun of you for being dumb.
Yeah. And like one guy the other day is like, "Oh, you're flirting with that guy," and it's like, "Ah, no, he's not my type."
Yeah.
Yeah, just lean into it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
it's
it's
funny.
funny because
It's
you watch them cringe and they
the,
laugh a little bit because they know you're joking,
yeah.
or do they?
I had a coworker who would get ultra defensive about his penis size. And like if you like like I make both small dick and big dick jokes about myself.
I make small dick jokes about myself.
Okay. And like if you made any joke, no guys, it's really big. Dude, it's a joke. It's okay. No one's actually putting your dick size into question. And it's like one day I expected him to just be like, my mom said my dick's really big.
If he said that,
She said it's bigger than all the other boys my age. He was a younger kid. He was pretty fucking dumb.
God damn it! Can you imagine if someone said that? My mom says my dick's bigger than all the other boys.
I would just start beating the shit out of that kid. Like, there's no other proper explanation to deal with that situation.
Other than the kid probably sexually abused. I mean,
I don't know. Maybe his mom's still like,
did this kid break his arms?
no,
Oh, okay,
no. Killed hamsters.
that guy.
That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's even funnier when I call him young, but he's my age.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 26 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's older than you.
Oof.
Oh, yeah, your birthday's coming up. What do you want for your birthday? Let's talk about this on the podcast.
Girlfriend. One that knows how to hold a conversation.
Bangs,
Yes.
dark hair.
Yeah. Like, oh, redhead. No, if it's my birthday, I want to.
I meant like a life partner, not your sexual
Yeah,
fantasies.
no. They're fiery.
Shorter than you?
I can go either way.
Taller than
No,
you?
no, no, no. Short or as tall as me. Not taller
Okay.
than me. What am I, a
Okay.
sociopath?
All right. Big butt.
I see. That's the thing. Like tall and short, I can go for, and boobs and ass, dude. I've been seeing videos of people at baseball games, and they will be in the outfield seats, and they will yell at the outfielders, like Major League Baseball games, like dudes who have multi-million-dollar contracts. They're yelling at them, and they'll be like, "Yo!" I saw one for Bryce Harper, who is huge. He's a superstar. They're like, "Yo, Bryce, uh, uh, right hand for ass, left hand for tits," and they do it. They apparently Bryce Harper is an ass guy.
Good man.
See, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, I think I would probably choose ass because it seems like girls with big tits don't like it. They have like
Right.
back problems and
Yeah.
shirts never wear, but they look really good in my sweatshirts though.
Okay, so
They fit on my sweatshirts.
yeah. So Emily's single. She fits most of those they fit most of those criteria.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm not gonna date you.
What was I gonna say?
I just want someone who can hold a conversation because there is definitely a double standard on dating apps.
Yeah.
If a dude says the shit that girls put in their bios and stuff like that, girls will not be attracted to that. If
Yeah.
they talk in the conversation,
I actually have a perfect one.
yeah, if they talk the way that they do, if guys talk the way that girls do to guys, girls will stop talking to them because you don't know how to hold the conversation.
Yeah.
Like I literally just like this girl asked me how was my day, and I told her, and I like went out in the sunshine, did this, cleaned, relaxed, and she's like, and I went, how was your day? And she just goes, it was good.
Yeah.
That's it. That is a conversation ender. Cool. Have a nice day. Ooh, that was gross.
God damn it, where'd it go?
Oh, yeah, you have to scroll through your 137 matches.
No, it was a Tinder bio that I saw on Reddit that I was gonna say. It was a guy's Tinder bio, and it was incredibly cringe.
Oh,
Like,
that one.
no, it was a different one. That was
Oh.
like basically saying like pretty much what he demands out of a woman. Not the one you're thinking of. That one's just over the top cringe. That's not even like a representation of like how women are on Tinder.
Yeah.
But
There's a double standard.
yeah,
And I hate being the guy who's going out here and calling out people on dating apps, but like, maybe it needs to happen. Maybe I am that
well,
guy.
no, I mean, it almost has to happen on dating apps because there's way more guys than there are girls, and they're the ones who are like having their phone blown up. Like it's like I gotta say, it's gotta be hard being a fucking girl on dating apps.
Yes.
Because there's literally like 200 dudes in your fucking inbox that all want to take you out that night. Like it's stressful to like try and weed your way through that shit.
Definitely not one of those guys. Like if you tell me you want to go out tonight, it's 5:00. Like no, like.
But no, I mean like
Thursday maybe.
But still, like there's just hundreds of other guys in there also blowing up their phone, but every guy thinks that they should be at the front of the line.
Well, yeah, I'm the best. Gotta catch them all.
So I gotta say, dating apps for women has got to be incredibly shit as well. Like guys like to think like, oh, but they just have unlimited matches. Basically, like I'm not getting any matches, and it's like, yeah, but they're getting so many matches. They could have matched with someone who they do want to talk to, but they can't even like hardly ever find that conversation because it's buried under 50 other guys who also message them.
Yeah, but like, well, no, well, okay, so Tinder, that they matched with the guy, so that means that they do want to talk to him, so they can just match with less people.
I don't know. I match with people, then I kind of look at their profile a bit more, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to talk to them.
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, you can always just delete it and get rid of it.
Yeah. But still.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I think there's got to be a better way of going and finding a mate.
Yeah. Walking up to strangers and asking them out.
Yeah, we're pews.
Having people in your friend circles to ask out. We don't have those.
We don't have friend circles. We have friend lines.
Well, going up to people and asking them out doesn't make you a pickup artist if you're actually like going in with the intent of dating.
No, I know. I was just making a joke.
Yeah.
But also, there's been a pandemic. We've barely gone out.
Yeah.
The mask mandate just got lifted, and it's probably going to be reinstated here shortly.
Yeah, so we gotta hurry up. We have the chance.
I kept getting fucking news articles and headlines saying how hospitalizations are increasing and infection rates are increasing at alarming rates.
Yeah, it's because the people who are supposed to be wearing masks aren't.
Well, no, I'm seeing a lot of things about people who are vaccinated getting it. Are getting the new Delta variant.
Super.
Yeah, super spreaders.
Yeah, fuck Delta. The airlines.
Fuck all airlines.
Yeah, that's fair.
They all do
Unless they're sitting in
things.
first class.
I mean, even then, with like how they delay flights and
Yeah.
overbook flights, that's a one I don't understand. Is how are you overbooking flights?
Yeah, like I bought seat, 13C. Gimme.
Well, they just overbook it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we don't have enough flights, so we're gonna have to pull some people and put them on the next flight." Which I understand. Some people use that to their advantage.
Yeah.
Because then you get vouchers and stuff like that, and then also I know like when I travel, I try not to have very set like we're gonna land at 11:40, we're gonna be at our hotel by 1:30, we're gonna be in the pool by 2:30, and we're gonna have dinner at this place at 5. Like I try not to have very stringent plans. I like to go with the flow.
Yeah.
That's how you get through in life. You go with the flow. So.
I think it's just more dependent on the person and how their brain is wired.
Nah, yes, it is. That is exactly what it is. But I mean, that's just
well, that's exactly how it is. But
yeah, I mean, I just don't see how fun that is. Like, how at the end of it, you're like, that was fun because it went perfectly, exactly like how I wanted it to be.
Yeah, true. I get that.
Every highlight of my life so far has been unplanned shit.
What would you say the best moment of your life is? Best singular moment? If you could pick one.
It's hard. It'd be a highlight reel, I think. Honestly, getting stuck in Hamburg, Iowa was
That is the best moment of
no,
your
no, no. It's
life.
not my best moment. It would be on my highlight reel.
Okay.
It was a unique experience.
Yeah.
It was a unique experience. Um, I mean, going across the country in the first place, probably that's not the. I can't pick one moment from that, but I think that's probably one of the best things I've done in my life so far.
Okay.
Is I made it across the country on a vintage motorcycle. I've had sex before. That's pretty good. That goes on the highlight reel. It's not safe for work. Did I say that? The highlight reel.
Yeah.
I've had sex twice. That goes on the highlight reel.
Would you ever want to
Getting
have
my
a three?
driver's license.
Would you ever want to have a three-way? Is that something on your bucket list?
Uh,
2 chicks.
no,
No?
it's not.
No? Because you like to have sex in a relationship, right? Like, you don't like to just, like...
I don't. I mean, I'd like it when I have feelings for them.
Like, would you have a friend with benefits?
I get feelings for them. That's how it works with me, Taran.
So your main thing with not wanting a three-way kind of boils down to you want to be in a romantic relationship with the
No.
person you're sleeping with, and you don't want them being sexually intimate with someone else.
No. Wait, which one are we talking about? Friends with benefits or three-way?
Three-way.
So no, three-way. That's so like I can't. Basically, I think about it like this. I'm playing video games and trying to watch a movie that I've never seen before. If I'm playing video games and trying to watch a movie I've seen before, if I try and do both, I'm gonna not do good as I can at my video game. I'm gonna miss the movie. But if I focus on the movie, like I'm not getting the full experience of either, and I'm just gonna fuck up because they're all focused on me.
I don't know. I feel like it.
Well, I guess it's a three-way. It's not all about the man.
Yeah.
That is my male brain talking.
Yeah, they can focus on each other too. They can give
It's
each other
not okay
sexual
when
attention.
it's in a three-way.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
So you don't want to have a three-way, is what you're saying?
Nah,
No?
I mean, I'm pretty vanilla. I'm like vanilla goes up to me like Jesus Christ.
You're like sweet cream ice cream. You're just ice cream without any added flavorant.
I'm vegan vanilla ice cream. Oh yeah, is that even ice cream?
Yeah, you could just use like coconut milk.
Oh yeah, that actually probably be pretty good.
Yeah.
That actually probably tastes pretty good.
I think we sell coconut ice cream at the Fred Meyer across the street. We as in
We own it. We own Freddy's.
yeah, we are corporate Fred Meyer.
We are Kroger.
We do that whole like undercover boss thing every time we shop in there.
We should. That is my goal in life, to build an empire and be undercover bossing it and then just fire everyone.
No, my goal in life is to have daddy build an empire I can inherit.
Oh God, that made me throw up my mouth a little bit.
Yeah.
Is your goal in life to only have three ways for the rest of your life?
I mean, they don't live up to the hype.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like being a two-sport athlete.
Two chicks at the same time.
It's like being a two-sport athlete. You're not Bo Jackson.
Yeah, I'm Bojack Horseman.
Oh my God. BoJack, I think it's one of the better shows ever. Yeah. It's got to go down in history.
Yeah, I feel like
it's so under the radar. I think it's going to take like another 5 years for people to start watching it again. We'll probably get a BoJack movie in like 5 to 7 years.
Maybe.
I
feel like the biggest thing holding it back is the fact that it's animated, but at the same time,
that's what made it so good.
Yeah, like
because Taran, I don't know if you know this. There aren't horse people.
No, what I mean is like so many people don't give shows like that a chance because they just kind of lump it in together with the other
Anime.
adult animations like
Oh
Family Guy and stuff, and they're like,
no,
"Oh, okay, I know what that show's gonna be."
this is the exact opposite of Family Guy, because Family Guy goes for the low hanging fart jokes
Yeah,
and sex jokes and shit like that. It has no BoJack. Okay, so
BoJack's
you have
jokes are super clever.
they're super. So okay, you have the Simpsons on one end and you have Family Guy on the other. Family Guy are fart jokes. Simpsons is I'm so smart you won't get these jokes. BoJack is right in the middle
Yeah, for the comedy.
for the comedy.
Then for the seriousness, I don't really think there's a show that is like comparable to BoJack. Like it's just like it's really its own thing in terms of like the serious content.
What really bothered me about watching BoJack is that I realized I have a skill that is so completely and utterly useless.
Recognizing famous actors' voices.
Recognizing voice actors, just
Yeah.
in general. Like I know that person. Is that Patton Oswalt? Is that Wilmer Valderrama?
Even when Patton Oswalt was kind of doing a voice. Like he wasn't like full on like changing his voice, but he was like doing a voice.
Yeah, because he
that
did
wasn't.
several voices on that show.
Yeah, and you were like, "Is that Patton Oswalt?"
that-
And I looked it up, and I was like,
Is that J.K. Simmons?
"Okay, that one was pretty easy."
Turtle Top.
Yeah.
That's the only one I remember. Is
Um,
that Stanley Tucci?
I don't even know who Stanley Tucci is.
He played the dad in Easy A, and then he played the.
I remember Easy A as a good fucking movie.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
It was a really good movie. God, Emma Stone, hurts.
I would say probably like my two like biggest celebrity crushes like for most of my life have been Emma Stone and Anna Kendrick.
Those are good ones.
Yeah.
Those are good ones.
Anna Kendrick is just something else. She is.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Anna Kendrick. I
Dude,
got my ticket for the long way around.
I still remember. I'm pretty sure I was with Valerie at the time.
Of course you were.
We went to go see Pitch Perfect.
Yeah, that's.
And there was a scene where Anna Kendrick was wearing like a red plaid miniskirt, and I literally just turned to Valerie and was just like, "You should get one of those."
One of those miniskirts? No, an Anna Kendrick.
It would really spice up our sex life.
Yeah, you wouldn't be there.
Wait, me?
No, Valerie. She wouldn't be there. Just you and Anna Kendrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was making a joke that she'd be like, "Yeah, you wouldn't be there."
Oh. Mine was funnier.
You know, some lesbian action.
Nah, I'm good.
That's the superior form of porn.
So, yeah, I'm alone. Back to that.
Yeah, back to
Me getting a girlfriend by my birthday.
well, I mean, like I'm alone too, so what the fuck?
But you are. Yeah, you are. I
Yeah.
was gonna say, but you're not. But you are, even though you have a lot more matches than me on Tinder. That's how we judge people in this household. How many Tinder matches you got?
Yeah.
We only allow people with 16 or more Tinder matches.
I was gonna say 50 plus.
Oh, then I'm definitely not allowed in this house.
Shit.
How many do I have? Fuck off. I have 26. I have the age I'm turning. 137.
196.
What?
I don't talk to any of them.
Well,
I go on a lot of first dates and then they stop talking to me. Dude,
what do
okay.
you do?
I don't know. I think a lot of okay, so here's the biggest issue, and this is gonna be the biggest woe is me in the fucking world bullshit. So I date generally pretty fucking attractive people. The issue with that is they usually are on Tinder because they just got out of a relationship.
All attractive people are in relationships.
Yeah. So they just got out of a relationship, and then they go on a date with me maybe like a month after the breakup. Okay.
You make them get back together with their ex.
No, The issue is I am looking for commitment. I am looking for a relationship. I put that idea forward of like, yeah, like I'm looking for like, someone that I'm gonna date long term. And they're just not ready for that yet, so they back off. Or something tragic happens in their life and we remain good friends.
Oh,
The one I took to
yeah, I know.
departure. God, she's great though. But yeah, so I feel like the biggest issue I have is I just keep meeting people who are recently out of relationships and they're just not ready to commit. So then the problem becomes like they don't want to date me because they're like worried that, like, well, I'm not ready to be long term again. I just got done being long term with someone. Am I just going to bounce from long term relationship to long term relationship?
Yep.
And I'm like, yes, please do it.
Please, because you won't be bouncing any longer.
Yeah.
Except on that Duke.
I'll cook you dinner and breakfast. I'll meal prep for you.
That's sad.
Yeah. Honestly, like the second I start dating someone, I'm basically going to middle finger my job and be like, I'm done working 60 hours a week. I'm working 5 8-hour shifts and that's it.
But well, then that goes back to our other thing about the food truck.
Yeah.
You're gonna. I mean, there's gonna be. It's gonna be. It's once. I can't wait for that to happen.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be
Okay.
fun.
So, the week I worked 72 hours, which really stands out to me as a very shitty week because most people consider anything over 32 hours in a work week a full-time job.
Yeah. So you
So,
work two full time.
so I worked 2 full-time jobs in the span of 1 week.
two
Now,
two and a half kind of, because 32 plus 32 is 64, and you worked 8 more hours than that. So
yeah.
you worked two full time
Yeah.
jobs in an extra day. That's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, I was very stressed and very tired that week and very physically spent. And so after taxes, I got paid $1,400
That's not a lot
for a week. After taxes,
for how much you worked. Well, it's because you got bumped up several tax brackets.
probably.
No, that's what
But
happened.
yeah,
So
but
you ended up getting like almost half of it taxed.
no, I got like I don't remember how much I got paid. Or no, I forget what it was.
That's not a lot though for how
Yeah.
much you worked.
Yeah. And it's crazy to think that in terms of actual like physical working, like sure there's stuff that you do at home when you own a business, you are constantly thinking about it, you are thinking of ways to better it and gain a bigger audience, especially with something like a food truck. Get some sort of following. Social media presence is a big thing.
Yeah, which is why.
But like in terms of actual like physical work, which is a lot of what my job is, like that's actually like physically taxing on me, we'd only be working maybe like 40 hours a week, maybe even less.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yes and no, because I think we're also kind of overlooking the work that goes into it that isn't the glamorous side. Yeah, we'll be working probably 40 hours a week of cooking.
yeah, of
But
being in the truck cooking food.
Yeah, but then you also have to figure in travel time, cleaning time,
Yeah.
prep time.
I
Prep
would,
time would probably go into that 40 hours.
yeah, I would say
But like
cleaning and prep time would probably go into the 40 hours.
no, because you got to think of how. Okay, so this is how I imagine it, and I was talking about this with my dad, and he's like, yeah, the motorcycle shop down the street from me on Saturday, Harley Davidson had their yearly bikini bike wash, something spectacular. And they had it was like a full on like thing. Like they had vendors out there, selling tie-dye t-shirts, and they had several food trucks.
Yeah.
That were fucking lined up, and they were there from 10 until 6.
Yeah.
So they worked. That was 8 hours.
Yeah.
8 hours, but then they had more time there. But I'm thinking of other things, where that are going to be open from like 10 until 10. you know, like other things that we go to. Because I think
Yeah.
what would be awesome is like, hey,
Festivals.
yeah, festivals or car shows like down in
Yeah.
Reading. You know, they have Hot August nights and Cool April nights, which I would love to go to
Yeah.
again. And you know, we park a food truck there and cook and shit.
Yeah.
And some of those days are going to be really long. You know,
Yeah.
some of these like you know, if we go do like the Blues Waterfront Festival,
Yeah. But
and it's going to be long days. It's going to be like 10 hours.
But the thing is, the point I was trying to get to was that, like, because I worked those 72 hours, other than the monetary gain of it, what else do I gain from it?
Nothing.
Nothing. When you put in long days at something that you are building, that's something you are creating, like your own business, there's actual, like, long-term gain from it. Sure, you could argue, like, oh, you can move up in your job, though, because they're really seeing that you're a go-getter.
And make someone else money.
Yeah, like...
You get an extra $5,000 a year by moving up a position or two, and then, in turn, you make someone else $100,000 more.
Yeah.
In my job, I found that I was responsible, of my position. There's 3 of us, and we made the company basically $1.5 million last year. $1.5 million is what we made the company.
Yeah.
Profit on that is about 50 to 60%, so $750,000. And between the 3 of us, they spent on our salaries, I'll just say $200,000, which is an overestimate.
Yeah.
It was probably between 175 or so, right around there.
Yeah.
And they made $750,000 off of us, and we were only paid 175. Their profit.
Yeah.
After everything expense, including our salaries.
Yeah.
Now they can bump me up, and I can make $5,000 more a year. Okay, $180,000 a year, and make them $750,000.
745,000 now.
Yeah. Oh
like,
my God.
It's still just... They literally gave you like a couple drops of water, and we're like, you're happy now.
Yeah, and then meanwhile the boss is going and building a new house and buying a vineyard, which is not a lie. My boss bought a vineyard. Yeah. Yeah, fuck it. I'm putting my 2 weeks in on Tuesday, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's all bullshit. That's why, like you said earlier, there's people who go and do stuff, and there's average Joes, and the only difference is
No,
that you choose.
I didn't say that.
Well, no. I feel like the real difference there that a lot of people just like don't think about when they see that is everyone is an average Joe until you decide to go do something. So we're actively making the decision to not be average Joes.
Oh man, that is fucking good. Words of wisdom from Taran.
Yeah. So
Taran's a wise old man in his old age.
Fuck, man. Dude,
I like that. Fuck. That was really good.
So I think that's a good place to end this. Let's end it with Taran being wicked
being
smart.
wise. Taran being
Before I
wicked
say something
smart.
dumb, man. Because let's face it, it's coming. I have something dumb to tell you after the podcast.
Oh, Jesus. What are we going to call this podcast? Oh, the Midwest Experience.
The Midwest Experience? Fuck yeah, man.
Okay. All right. So
check us out on Twitter. Surprising Twit. I was passing the puck to you.
Passing? I'm not. What are we, Canadian?
Check us out on Instagram at Surprisingly Podcast. You can listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
Anchor, Podcast Addict.
Yeah.
iTunes, if that's still a thing. LimeWire. uTorrent.
BearShare.
Pirate Bay.
Pornhub.
Oh, we should start uploading these to Pornhub.
Dude.
Two guys on a couch. Two guys on a couch talking about getting anally fucked by life. Oh.
Who needs casting couch when you got the podcast couch?
Two guys joke about being gay, but are they really? Find out. Oh God.
Trevor really cleans out Taran's pipes, if you know what I mean. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope you had fun. Comment, like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed. I'm Taran.
I'm Trevor.
And we are r/signing off.